Welcome. This class is a Hatha yoga class, which is going to focus on Muladhara chakra, our root chakra. And we're going to use the same asana postures as we did for the yin yoga practice. But we're going to bring in flowing movement. We'll start off in our cross-legged position. So sitting in Sukhasana, easy sitting pose, or a comfortable half lotus posture if you prefer. So we'll start actually with the right leg in front, so everyone is starting with the same side. So we'll start off with the right leg in front, or for a half lotus right leg on top. Close the eyes, bring the awareness to the breath. So just bring some awareness into the body, relaxing down the shoulders, chin level with the floor, crown of the head going up towards the ceiling. Create that length in your spine, shoulder blades are relaxed. And there's space between the shoulder blades. And then bring your awareness to the base of the spine, Muladhara chakra. And as you inhale now, expand that area in all directions. So feel that area of the body expanding in all directions, sending the prana there. And as you exhale, feeling it contract. Inhale, filling Muladhara chakra with prana, life force, energy. Exhaling, contracting, intensifying. Continue for a few more breaths. Just feeling that red orb of light expanding and contracting. And if you want to bring on an Ujjayi breath, if you know your Ujjayi breath and you want to bring on your Ujjayi breath, you can do so now and continue the Ujjayi breath throughout the practice. So if you have your eyes closed, opening your eyes. Inhale, take the palms to face forward. Raise the arms up. Exhale, bring the palms together at the chest. Inhale, take the arms out, palms facing forward and up. Exhale as you bring the palms together at the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale as you come forward, so coming forward over the legs. You can take the hands to the floor. Relax all the way down or as far as is comfortable for you. Just get that stretch all the way down the spine, across the shoulders, maybe compression into the hips.
Still grounding that tailbone, that root of the body into the floor beneath. So not letting your tailbone lift. And then we'll take it over to the left. So take the hands over to the left and get a stretch into the right side of the body. So just go as far as is comfortable for you. And then take it over to the right. So I'm staying here on my fingertips, going over to the right. And then come back to center. Have one more stretch forward, relax the head down. And then walk the hands back towards you, coming back to sitting up. And then we'll swap. So you're going to take your left leg in front or left leg on top if you're in your half lotus. Ground yourself down once more. This time take the hands to pray at the chest. And we're going to reverse that motion. So as you inhale now, you're going to raise the arms up, keeping the palms together until they come all the way up. And then as you exhale, you're going to turn the palms out and release the hands down. Bring the palms back together at the chest. Inhale, raise them up. Turn them out. Exhale. Inhale, palms together at the chest. Raise up. Exhale as you turn them out. 3 more. So reaching up from the root, lengthening yourself and releasing the hands down. Okay, give the shoulders a little shake. And then raise the arms up, inhale. Exhale, coming forward over that left leg. Stretch the arms out, go where it's comfortable for you. Relax the forehead down. Notice what you're feeling. Notice where you're feeling it. And then walk the hands over to the right. So walk the hands over to the right as far as is comfortable. So you get a stretch all the way down the left side of the body. And then walk the hands over to the left. Getting a stretch into the right side of the body. And then coming all the way back to center. Stretch your arms out once more. Relax the head down. And then make your way back. Bring the hands back towards you along the floor. Coming back up into your seated position. I'm going to turn now and come into our child's pose. So coming onto the hands and knees, and then sending your tailbone, Muladhara, back down towards your heels. Stretch the arms out, deepen the breath there. So lengthen those arms as much as you can. Try and keep the arms active if you can. So try not to drop the elbows. Try and lengthen out, create as much length as you can. And at the same time, gently pushing out so that you can feel that space opening up between the shoulder blades. And just notice how that feels. Keep sending the tailbone down towards the heels. Take a few more breaths here. Feeling the weight of the legs as they compress down into the floor beneath. Feel the weight of the abdomen on the thighs. And then come a little bit more onto the top of your head. So not right onto the top, but between the forehead and the crown of the head. So just find that where your chin is tucked in towards your chest. And then take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Let's have a little stretch into the shoulders. So just stretch your arms out. And go where it feels comfortable for you. So stretching your arms up towards the ceiling. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of a flow here. If it feels too much for you, you can release the hands, just take the hands to the hips or hands on the thighs. But if you can keep the hands there, you're going to inhale, chin to chest, roll up.
Exhale, coming back forward.
Inhale, tuck the chin in, roll up.
Exhale as you come back down.
Inhale, rolling up. So as you inhale, the abdomen expands, creating space. Exhale, folding forward. Abdomen contracts. Let's do 3 more. As you relax all the way down, if you have your hands clasped behind your back still, like I do, you can just release them and take your hands down by your feet and just lengthen out through the arms. So draw your hands away from the feet, lengthen out through the arms. Take a few more breaths there. Okay, so just take your hands down by the knees, fingertip the mat, slowly make your way up. And you're going to come onto that little toe press. So we're bringing the toes into the mat. And we're just going to take a few breaths there. Lengthening up through the spine. Relax the shoulders down, open the chest. Deepen the breath. Let's get that stretch into the toes, into the feet. Ground the feet down, tailbone pointing down towards the floor, sending that rooting energy into the floor beneath. Just a few more breaths here. And then come onto your fingertips. Untuck your feet. Let the tops of your feet go flat onto the floor. I'm just going to stretch them the other way. So take your hands behind you to support yourself. And just lean back, lift the knees. And get that stretch into the front of the ankles. And then coming back onto the knees, lengthening up. Let's come onto the hands and knees. We'll tuck the toes back under. And we'll just bring a little bit of movement into the spine, into the tailbone. So coming onto your hands and knees, wrists in line with the shoulders, spread the fingers nice and wide. And keep the toes tucked. You can keep the feet flat if you prefer. And we're just going to tilt our pelvis to the left, and we're going to look towards our left hip. So you're getting a stretch into the right side of the body. And then come back to center and tilt the pelvis to the right. Look towards your right hip. It's a little bit like waggling your tail, but really, really slowly. So tilting to the left, looking towards the left hip. Back to center and tilting towards the right. Back to center, tilt towards the left. Back to center, tilt towards the right. Let's do 3 more on each side. Nice and slowly, just feeling into it, noticing what you're feeling. Just a subtle side stretch into the body, but a nice movement for the pelvis. Once more each side. And then come back to center, and we'll cat-cow. So as you inhale now, dip your abdomen, send Muladhara up towards the ceiling. Look up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck your tailbone under, round the spine, round the shoulders. Inhale, tailbone lifts, abdomen relaxes, chest opens, look forward. Exhale, chin to chest, shoulders start to round, navel draws in, rounding the spine, tailbone tucks. Inhale, dip the abdomen, lift the head and chest. Exhale, rounding. Let's do 3 more. Working with the breath, trying to get that really big stretch into the ribs, into the abdomen. And last one. And then coming back into your tabletop, walk your hands back, come solid onto your feet. And we're going to make our way up. So if you can take hold of your big toes. If that doesn't work for you, if you don't feel stable, use the floor, fingertips on the floor. Have the feet hip distance apart. And as you inhale, you're going to raise your hips up. Coming up. Exhale. Coming back down, looking forward. Inhale, raise up. Stretch into the hamstrings, into the backs of the legs. Exhale, sitting back down. Take the legs as wide as is comfortable. If you want to take them a little bit wider, inhale, stand up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, back down. Let's do twice more. And then make your way back up. So, let's stand a little further forward. Feet are hip distance apart. Relax yourself down. Take a bend in the knees if that feels comfortable. And think about really lengthening the torso, the spine. Take hold of the elbows. And stretching out, so bending as much as you need to into the knees. So that you can send that tailbone up towards the ceiling. Take a few more breaths there. And then fingertip the mat, so right hand in center of the feet, fingertipping the mat. Inhale, you're going to stretch the left arm up towards the ceiling and you're going to straighten that left leg as you look up. And then exhale, we're going to swap. So your left hand comes in front and your right arm goes up, right leg straightens, left leg bends. Inhale, right hand comes down, right knee bends, left leg straightens as the left arm comes up. Exhale, swapping. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, right hand up. Twice more. On each side. And then come back to center. Fingertip the mat or the shins. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale. Lengthen up. Exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. 3 more. And then take your hands to the floor. Take your feet a little wider so you can turn sideways on your mat to give yourself plenty of room if that suits. Turn your heels in, toes out. Make your way down into a squat. So use the floor to support you. Adjust your feet as you need to. If you need to get a rolled up blanket to place underneath the heels, give me a little pause and go and grab yourself one. If not, your outside of your arms going into the inside of the knees, and then palms together at the chest, and then lengthen up, draw those thumbs down to the center of the chest. Nice, slow, deep breaths there. Ground the feet into the earth or into the whatever support you have underneath. Just feeling that energy now drawing into the floor beneath. I'm going to take a little twist here. So you're going to take your right hand down onto the floor in front. So if you can, once again, you're pushing that knee away with your right upper arm. Inhale, you're going to take the left arm up. Stretch up, reach up towards the ceiling. And send your chest up, left side of the chest up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to swap. So take your left hand in front. Inhale, raise your right arm up. Up towards the ceiling. Right side of the chest going up towards the ceiling. And then come back to center. So you can stay for a few more moments in your squat if you want to. Or you can have a little go at a bind. So for your bind, if you want to do your bind, you've got the right outside of your right upper arm, inside of the knee, and you just turn that arm around like that. And then you bring your left arm all the way around, and you see if you can clasp. To create a bind, your left shoulder turns, rotates up towards the ceiling, and you look up. And then we'll do the other side. So if this is a little bit too much for you today and you've spent enough time in squat, come into a child's pose and take a few breaths there. To do the other side, if you're doing the other side, we're bringing the left arm into the inside of the left leg and around the knee and clasping there. Send the right side of the chest up towards the ceiling. And then come back to center. From here, support yourself from behind. Sit down, stretch your legs out. Give your legs a shake. Okay. So coming into a butterfly position now, soles of the feet together. And just ground your sitting bones down. Bring the heels in close to the body this time. Lengthen up through the spine, relax the shoulders, and just feel, you can really feel here the sitting bones, the tailbone pressing down, grounding down. As you inhale now, just raise the knees up. As you exhale, open the knees out like a book. Draw them down towards the floor. So support yourself by holding onto the feet. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, open them out. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, open. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, open. Twice more. And then take the feet away from you. Feet are still together, soles of the feet still together, but take them away from you to make a nice big diamond shape with the legs. Take hold of the feet once more. Inhale, lengthen up the spine. So straight away, tailbone going down towards the floor. Lengthen up. So bring your chest through. Exhale, elbows out to the sides and relax forward. Deepen the breath there. So feel into the body, create space. Not forcing the body, but just going until there's a nice deep stretch. Take a few more breaths here. And then slowly making your way back up. Lengthen out through the legs, give them a little shake. And then take the legs nice and wide. So take the legs nice and wide. Take a moment just to get the right position for you. If you need to prop underneath the knees, do. But keep the feet flexed, toes pointing towards the ceiling. Lengthen up through the spine, so not collapsing down like this. Lengthen up like you're hinging from the hips. Again, you can put something underneath the buttocks as well if you want to. Inhale, so create that length, fingertip the floor. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Deepen the breath, so keep looking down your nose rather than at the floor. So you can work on just lifting out through the pelvis and creating that little bit more length. From here then we're going to take a side stretch, so bring your hands in a little bit more and bring your right hand towards the inside of your left leg. So for you, it may be up a little higher, so wherever is comfortable for you. And you're going to bring your left arm up and over. So left arm up and over. So don't worry about touching those right toes, just worry about feeling that stretch into the left side of the body. Grounding down through the tailbone. And then look towards your right hand, fingertip the mat to come up. And we do that on the other side. So you're bringing your left hand down the inside of the left leg, wherever is comfortable. Might be up higher, might be lower, wherever works for you. And then your right arm is going up and over as you exhale. Again, reaching out, create length before you worry about the foot. Deepen the breath there. And then look towards your left hand, fingertip the floor, come back up. And we'll come forward again once more. So walk your hands forward, nice and slowly, keep looking down your nose, feel into it. Think of lengthening out, lifting out through the pelvis, deepen the breath. Two more nice deep breaths here. And then make your way back up. Take hold underneath the backs of the knees. Slide your hands underneath there just to give them a bit of support as you bring your legs together. And we're going to come down now to lying on the back. So lying on the back, bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug there, a little rock from side to side. So just massaging different areas of the spine by pressing them down into the floor beneath. And then we'll just take one knee at a time, one leg at a time, so interlace your hands over that right leg and extend that left leg down. So if you want to have a bend on that left knee, that's fine. Or stretching it out and to really accentuate it, going to the other extreme is to flex those left toes back towards you and see if you can really pull out through the front of the hip there, creating space as you compress into the right side. And then from here we're going to do our half stirrup pose, half happy baby. So support your leg with your left hand, take your right hand to the outside edge of your left foot, and then draw that foot up towards the ceiling. And then draw the knee towards the right side of the chest. Support the leg with the left hand. If you need to have that bend on the knee at any time, feel free to do that. Deepen the breath there. If it's too much to take hold of the foot, just take hold underneath the knee at the back of the knee there with both hands. Just feel into that nice deep stretch into the hip. Still grounding down your tailbone. Take 2 more breaths here. And then release that foot down, all the way down. Lengthen it out through onto the floor. And just feel that big rush of energy into that right hip. And then we'll do the other side. So you're going to bring your left knee in. Interlace your fingers over your left shin, draw your left knee into the left side of the chest. Can lengthen out through that right. You might find a little bit of resistance there on the right side, as it's been compressed for so long. So you may need to really stretch out to get that, to feel that space now on the right side as you compress into the left side. And then taking hold of the outside edge of that left foot. Again, bending up that right knee if you need to. And we're bringing the left foot then up to the ceiling. Left knee goes towards the left side of the chest. Lengthening out through that right leg. Again, you can take hold of the back of the knee with both hands if it feels too much of a strain to take the foot. Take a few more breaths there, just lengthening out through that right leg, compressing into that left hip. And then support the leg as you slowly release all the way down. Take a few breaths there in Shavasana. That's why you let that energy rush back into your left hip. Give it a little rub if that feels good. And then take the soles of the feet flat. So coming into active rest for a moment, so knees pointing towards the ceiling, ankles underneath the knees, feet hip distance apart. Relax yourself down, and we'll work the pelvis a little bit, getting that little bit of flexibility into the pelvis. And as you inhale, you're going to tilt the pelvis so you press Muladhara, your root chakra, or tailbone into the floor. So you get a little gap here underneath the lower back. As you exhale, you're going to press the lower back into the floor, and you're going to tilt the pelvis up towards the ceiling. So drawing Muladhara away from the floor. Feeling that resistance as if it's rooted there. You're pulling it away. And then inhale, grounding it back down. Exhale, tilting it back up. Inhale, grounding down. Exhale, tilting up. And as you tilt up, draw everything in. Give it a squeeze. Inhale, tilting down. Exhale, coming up. And squeezing. Twice more. And then come back to a neutral spine for a moment. And we're going to do a few bridge lifts. What I want you to make sure is that your feet are really rooted into the floor. So make sure they're not too far away. So if you look at where my feet are now, if I try lift now, it's a lot harder for me because I don't have that strong foundation. I don't have my joints stacked. Okay, I'm not as strong. So when you have your feet so that your ankles are in line with your knees, your joints are stacked, you have a lot more oomph to lift yourself up. So once you've set yourself up, you make sure you're nice and neutral on the mat. You can have your palms facing each other, facing the hips. So you're on your knife edge of your hands. Inhale, press the feet into the floor, lift the hips all the way up. Exhale, very slowly, all the way down. So let's inhale for 4 and lift. Sorry, for 4 and lower for 4. So on your inhale, we're going to lift for 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze your butt. Exhale, 4, 3, lowering, 2, 1. If you want to make it harder, don't touch the floor. Inhale, lift up for 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze your butt. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 more. Inhale, 1. Push the feet into the floor. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale, lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Windscreen wipe the knees from side to side. Okay, so we're going to lift and hold. We'll try and do a 4 count breath as we hold. And let's see if we can hold for 4 breaths of a 4 count breath. So set yourself up, make sure you're nice and neutral on the mat. Make sure your feet are fully grounded, legs hip distance apart. And press into the feet then. Inhale, lift your hips up, and if you want to rotate the shoulders and bring the arms underneath, you can, pressing the forearms into the floor. And we're going to stay there then for our 4 counts of 4 breaths. So after your next exhalation, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale, 1. So you can lift higher. 2, 3, 4, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly release all the way down, nice and slowly. Relax the shoulders down. Relax the pelvis down. Lengthen out through the legs. Take a few breaths there. Ground yourself back into the floor beneath. So then we'll finish our practice with a twist. So take your arms out, palms facing down. Use them as little anchors as you bring the knees into the chest. Nice big inhale. Exhale, bring the knees over to the left. Ground down your right shoulder. Take the knees up closer or further away, wherever you need to go, so that you can relax the knees to the floor, or bring the feet first. Look towards the right if it's comfortable on the neck. Nice, slow, deep breaths there. Inhale, bring the knees into the chest. Exhale, bring the knees to the right. Ground down the left shoulder. Take a few breaths there. Come back to center. Feet flat on the floor. And then lengthen your legs out once more, preparing yourself for Shavasana. So feet are a comfortable distance apart, and you just allow the feet to relax out to the sides. Arms comfortable distance away from the body, palms facing up, or chin mudra, thumb and forefinger joint. Eyes and mouth gently closed. Bring the awareness to the breath. And with each exhale, feel the body relaxing a little more into the floor beneath. Feeling all the points of contact with the body and the floor beneath. So ideally, you would stay here a little longer and listen to a meditation or yoga nidra practice. So if you're going to do that, you can pause me here now, put on your yoga nidra practice, or stop me here now. But if you're getting up, bring the hands into the body, feet flat on the floor. Bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a little rock.
When you're ready, roll over onto one side. Make your way up. Close your eyes. In your comfortable seated position, take your hands to throughout the chest. Take a deep breath. Give thanks for yourself, to yourself, for spending the time in this practice today. Thank you for joining. Namaste.